YouTubers had a little request to do a video on how to unclog a jam on the Anycubic S1 is the one that I'm going to be using. Okay, so the first process will be to go to the menu on the printer. So let's begin by moving the bed first, and the head we want forward over here so we can access it. So let's go to the control panel. So we want the option with the two sliders. Okay, I might put my glasses on just for this little bit because close up, that's better. Things look a bit sharper for me. Okay, so we need to go to the move setting. Okay, we want to, so to move any of these, if let's go 50 millimeter increments, that's faster. Now if I want to move this in any position, you'll find that when you press it, let's go minus, it says you need to home. So we'll home it. Let's go back. We'll press the home first, which is the center. That will home that. And unfortunately, you need to do that for each time you change the movement. So what I mean is, if I go to a different setting, like over to the Z, but we'll stay here for the moment because I need to move it to the right. So let's see. So doing it in increments. We get it in the middle, thereabouts, just so we've got it in a good position. Now if I want to move the Z now down, it will ask me to home it again. You can do that. We can move it manually like that, but then what's happened there is, annoyingly, it has moved the head out of the way. So we will so it's a bit annoying. It's kind of defeating the object. It's moved the head, it's now moved that to the middle, which is what we don't want. So now it's made it harder, so we'll scrap that on the video. We'll go back to, let's see if we can bring it forward. Yes, it is going to let us bring it forward without homing again. Forward a bit more. So all we do now is we turn the printer off, believe it or not, and we work from the bottom. Okay, with the printer off, I carefully need to lift the printer towards me just a little bit, and she's quite heavy, just so I have a gap underneath that I can put my hand under there. And when you feel under there, towards the front here, you'll feel a belt. Now that belt, if you grab it from the left and move it to the right, you'll see the bed going down. So I'm manually moving the bed down to get clearance. Just squeeze and just wiggle and just pull it towards you, and then this cover comes off. So under this cover we have a plug here, so we need to remove that plug. Okay, so now facing forward, there is a lever here, so we should be able to, this lever here, we should be able to pull that all the way up, and then that should loosen off the hot end. Now where the hot end is, this is a bit tricky to show on the camera, there is a cable. Okay, so if you can see, there's a white cable there and it has a plug at the back there. So you need to unplug that cable and unclip it from that black clip to the side. It's a bit hard to show you, and I don't have a light set up on this camera. I'll unclip it and I'll show you. Okay, it's hard to get the phone under here, but that that plug there is what you need to undo, and there's like a clip on it that you squeeze. So that was up like that in that connector at the back there, if you can just about see that. So now we've got that off, we need to gently support the cable and pull it to the right hand side so it unclips from that clip, if you can see that. And there we go, I've got the hot end in my hand. Now, although there is some filament in there, this isn't actually jam, because what happens is when it heats up, it comes through again. But this is simulating a jam, because I had a jam like this before, and I could not get the filament out, but it wasn't stuck in this hot end because this heats up. I had filament before stuck. If you heat this up, you can do it by plugging it back in. Make sure that nothing homes, like nothing goes up like the bed or anything. Don't touch anything other than the heat controls. You can manually go in and turn on the heat for the hot end only. But my advice is you need some thick heat gloves, and the type of gloves that will work good will be welding gloves. This gets really hot and you can burn yourself so easy. But if you can plug that in, and if it's jammed this end, this is, and turn the heat up probably to about 230, you should be able to gently pull that out. If not, up the heat a bit higher and eventually it should come out. So that should unplug the unclog the hot end, hopefully. If you've got a nozzle problem, you can replace the nozzle. You can remove this when it's cool, of course. You can remove this, but you still need to perhaps heat it up to remove the nozzle. So it can be a bit tricky and a bit hot. You might need to improvise a way of handling it that you don't burn yourself. Okay, so this bit here, I'm not sure it's called the throat, but where it comes through in the beginning, I had filament jammed in here before. Obviously not this in this case. One of the other things we need to do is, if it is that is the case, is to remove this cutting lever. So there's a few screws there. So there's a screw there, there's a screw there, and there's a screw there. Let me have a look. Yep, that's the right one. So we need to gently move this cable out the way. So this one here is not too bad, but this cable here, there's another clip here. So you need to carefully unclip that, move that out of the way so you can access all the screws, and undo that. And when you've undone that, that only removes this so you can have a look and see if anything's jammed in there. If it is, this is a bit trickier. Okay, if you need to remove this, which I had to do before, there is some more screws. There is a screw, a couple of screws on the side, hidden around the side there. Let's see if I can get some light on there. So there are 3 screws right in the side there, if you can see those. 1, 2, 3. And I can't remember what else there is, but there's 3 screws there. And I'm not sure if it was that screw right there as well next to the cable. Let's see if I can point that out. It could have been that screw there. Try those 3 screws first, because it was a little while. It was a couple of months back when I tried it. And then if that doesn't come out, if this doesn't come out, then you have to look for the other screws, which could be that one next to it, to the left. So let's see if I can point to that. To the left here, this one here, it could possibly be. But once that comes out, you can then remove that. And what I did to remove the jam in there is, it was a bit tricky. I had an unblocking tool, like one of those needle cleaning tools. I haven't got it on me, but it's in the kit somewhere. You get that with the kit. And I held it with a pair of heat-proof gloves and gently heated it over the flame on a cooker. Just be careful, because you can melt aluminium and you can damage it. So don't heat it up too intensely. You just get it hot enough so you can see the filament start to come free, and you can gently use that tool and clean it out. It was a bit tricky, but it's a bit hard to show you. It's quite involved, but that is how I unblocked the throat when I had a throat jam. Okay, so putting it back together is just a complete reverse. If you're unfortunate enough and you have a blockage or something happening up here, you can undo this. There's a screw there, there is a screw there, and there is a screw there. But make sure first you release the Bowden tube at the top. You push that down and pull the Bowden tube up at the same time. Best to access that through the top. Remove your filament device off the top, your Ace Pro if you got that, and work from the top. You can lift that cover off. Okay, but please bear in mind when this comes apart, you need to have it, if you take this apart, be very carefully and do it very slowly. I had a couple of bits jump out. One, I had to go looking for it. It's like a tiny little micro switch sensor, like a little spring bit that goes on the micro sensor, and it took me the best part of 2 to 3 hours to try and find some tweezers and get it back together again in the right way, because I could not see how it came apart. It took a few attempts to get it back the right way. So if you want to Google that part or go on to Anycubic support, they do have a video on how to disassemble this part. They do have more videos on there too, but I'm hoping this video will be enough to help you. Okay, well, I'm just going to do the reverse now, put it back together, and that's pretty much all I can show you at the moment, so I hope that this will help you. Okay, the other tip is when you get it back together, when you've got the machine back on, make sure you do flow calibration. If you have this Anycubic Ace or Ace Pro, make sure that you do the calibration with it. If you've got a single filament on the back, you don't really have to do that because it ain't going to do nothing for you, I don't believe, on the flow calibration. I don't know if it comes up. You can try it, but it will help you and stop you from getting jams. It's a bit of a pain. You've got to do it for each print, but I now do it for each print religiously, and since then I have not got any, I haven't had any more clogs or blockages. So good luck with that one. Hope it works. Alright, now, so putting it back together, I'm going to insert the hot end first. I've still got that piece in now, so I'm going to leave that in there because that's from the last print. Push it all the way up as far as it will go until it stops. Just put a gentle bit of pressure on there to make sure it doesn't come down. Don't push too hard because you can damage something, but just push with enough pressure that it doesn't move down. Pull that lever back down to lock it. That ain't going to move. It will twist. It will twist to the side. Don't worry about that. And you see this cable in here? We're going to hook it back on that clip underneath. And then we're going to go around the back. I can't. It's a bit hard to show you that bit. And put that clip back on, back in place. That is where it goes, and it clips in nicely when I use two hands. So now we just check around, make sure we've got all the cables hooked on the right clips. If you look at these clips, that's where they have to go. And lastly, we have to, just for this video, I have to plug that one back in, that clip there, that connection for the fan cover shroud, I will call it. I don't know what to call it, but we're basically going to put that back on. So this isn't, you should use two hands, don't let it dangle like I have, but this is just for the video. Let's see if I can clip that together. Okay, that's clipped back in. Just make sure no cables are in the way anywhere. Just carefully make sure nothing's trapped. And just put that back on and just squeeze it back on till you hear it click on nicely. That's clicked on nicely. If you remove the Bowden tube, don't know if you can see through the top, I haven't removed the cover. Let's see if we can throw some light down now. You will need to, oh, it's got dirty, dusty. You will need to make sure that Bowden tube's back in too. That's about as much info as I can give you along with this shaky video. I hope you appreciate it's very fiddly trying to show you on the video this kind of job. I really hope this helps you. Sorry the video's long, but I've done my best to give you as much info as possible. I went on to the two sliders there, which looks like a graphic equalizer setting, which it isn't. I homed the axis there, and then I homed the axis there. So that brought the bed back up. And then after that, I did I clicked on calibration, and then I just selected auto level, and that's all I did. And after that I did a test print and it was fine. So I didn't actually do the vibration thing and it worked fine for me. But if you do have problems, you can go back and do the whole thing. You can look in your instruction book, or Anycubic website will give you the instruction of that. You can do it for the cloud on your phone or for the computer if you've got it connected. Okay, so that really is the end of the video now. This was the test print I did afterwards to make sure everything was all good. So that was finished. I'm happy with that. That was like a hollow screw thread that I made, and all good, all working good. So I hope this really help you, and please do that thumbs up if you can, like and subscribe if you haven't already done that, or if you know anyone else struggling with Anycubic, please share the video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.